Hi everyone, so in the next lab of the authentication vulnerabilities, we are stepping into the response time. I've kind of already started this one because I thought it was going to be a bit awkward, so I've kind of pre-prepared everything ready for this, so it's all kind of done for you, but I think the best way, well, apart from I haven't done the passwords yet, but I thought I'd talk you through the steps I used. So what we determined first is this here. This is basically typing username and password in here. This is pretty bad because it actually has a lockout. It locks your IP out. For anyone that is wondering, there is a bypass to I forgot that was on. There is actually a bypass to. There is basically a bypass to get rid of your IP block. So X44 is it's basically it just runs through different IP addresses. You can spoof your IP address. It'll change it every time. So the best way to use this is basically in the pitchfork. So if you get locked out after 3 attempts, if you fired 2 attempts and then changed from the forwarded 4 from 1 to 2, then you get another 2 attempts. But for simplicity this time I've just done 1 and 1. We just pitchforked it, which is quite good. It makes it a lot easier. The intruder. So what we did with the intruder was found out. So what I'd done originally, I'll show you in here. The response time. So a valid user. So this is an invalid user. I will actually just walk you through it. So if I put this, and then put a stupid amount of characters, it will send. I blocked myself out. But so what that'll do, that does send anyways. No, it doesn't. It's blocked. But basically, you know what? So stupid amount of characters. We will intercept it so I can demonstrate. So I'll add a lot more. So if we put this in repeater, as you can see, invalid username, stupidly big, X forwarded 4 1. So as you can see, stupid big username, password, username. So this is hopefully to create a response delay, and this is because this header is allowed. Obviously you'd have to check if this header is available for use in the first place, but if it's allowed, you're allowed to spoof your IP address. It's a good way to get around IP blocks. So if we put this in, so there you go, we get quite a fast response back, but we obviously know there's Wiener. Is it Wiener like that? The Wiener is a real account. Is that how you spell Wiener? That is definitely how you spell Wiener, is it? Oh, it's not, that's why. So if we put Wiener in, why is it not doing it? Maybe my IP has been blocked. I'll put this to a random number. 2, 3, 3. Yeah, you can see, as you can see, there's a delay. It's only a brief delay, but you can tell better once you put this into intruder. So once you get an intruder, as you can see, look at the response time difference. It's almost double the next nearest one. So as you can see in the response headers and the responser, this is the username I'm using. So from there, so from there, if we intercept this, I'll show you how to do I thought I'd only do it once, make it a lot easier for everyone. Don't know why I'm doing it that way. So obviously now we know this is a valid username, we can intercept. What was it? I can't remember what it was. There we go. So now we have a valid username, we can intercept the packet. I think I've tried this twice, so the third time locks you out of them IP addresses. So obviously I'm going to have to use a different range. So I used 1 to 100 last time, so I'm going to use 101 to like 200. You can ever go at this one. So if we put this in intruder, clear. So we only need to use the sniper on this one because. So what we done last time was we pitchforked it. So we had. Well, I think I still have it up. Is this the one? Ah, right, yeah. So we pitchforked it. So this is what we done. This changed every time with this. So pitchfork does the same action. Well, 2 different actions at the same time. So sniper does 1 action and just runs through 1 action. So like 1, 2, 3, 4 different requests. Pitchfork will do. It will change this to 2, and this to I don't know, DEF. With the same password. So then what we've done is we ran this. I'll show you a demonstration here. We ran this. I'll pause it straight away. And all we've done was as you can see this, you include. I've fallen for this before. You have to make sure you include the response time on the columns tab. Sort by obviously the longest response to get to us. And also don't be a noob on this one, and when you set numbers, make sure you put a 0 in there, and as it'll do 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. I'm not 100% sure it matters, but it's just better to do it. So anyways, if we come to this one, that is now an intruder 5, doesn't matter. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to do the same again. So we're going to make sure we add that, because that needs to go up to 200. We need to add that because that's going to be our additional password. So the first payload is obviously the top one. So the first payload would be a simple set of numbers. So 101 to 200. Step through once. Max fraction 0. Then we go to the second payload. Simple list. As you all know, these have all provided password lists to make it a lot easier for us. We start the attack. We add so we don't actually need to add these columns, but this is just obviously me just showing you. So all we're really looking for here is the same as the last one. So the status code goes to the 302, which is a redirect. There we go. So we know the password now. That was nice and quick. So shadow is clearly the password. I might need to intercept this again actually, because I think it's blocked my IP. So shadow's the password. This is the username. I am blocked on this one because obviously I've been messing around a bit. So if I do this, add the X forwarded to spoof my IP address. Add maybe not 222. That's a nice one. Now that our IP address is spoofed, we can forward this. We don't have the IP lockout, and we get it in. So yeah, basically, thanks everyone for listening.